Great. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation in our numismatics in our Early American Coppers meeting. And we have a presentation coming up by Michael Trollan. Michael's a professional technology consultant out of Las Vegas. I've known him for a little bit, hanging out with his dad. And he got a good segue into the industry because of his father, Dan. Well, I think I've known Dan forever, at least since the Drawbridge era and all those shows. But Michael redesigned our website, and he made it a lot more functional and easy to navigate and go around. And frankly, I didn't use it a lot before then. But for the last year and a half, I go to it probably weekly just to check different things and find out what's on it. Michael is going to present navigating around our website, or a fresh digital approach for our numismatic club. And again, this is a very good upgrade. If you haven't cruised around it, please try it. And welcome, Michael Trollan.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to show the site again. Last year we did a whole walk through the site and tried to record it, and the recording got wiped out. And so this time we'll actually have a recording for folks to be able to see this after the fact. So I'm very excited. And for the record, it was my fault it got wiped out. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, okay, excellent. So just to give you a little bit of background, I'm Michael Trollan. I'm the son of Dan Trollan, the famous coin collector here. And I'm a tech consultant from New York City. I work in the advertising agency world. I've had the pleasure of working on sites including Martha Stewart's website. I did Ralph Lauren. I did Verizon's homepage at one point, and just a dozen other wonderful websites. So I get to bring a lot of that knowledge here to our club, which I'm excited about. I also, on the side, am a nonprofit enthusiast. I've now launched 7 nonprofits, 3 of which are multi-million-dollar nonprofits. So I'm proud of all the work that we've been able to do. And so what's nice about that is I'm familiar with how a nonprofit like our club operates, and I was able to bring a lot of that knowledge to the website. So when we did the redesign, there were basically 3 of us on the team. We had Bob Klosterboer as club president, gave us the oversight, and I was working with Joe Pargola, who's been a long-time webmaster on the website. He's the one that adds new content to it all the time. So he does content management, and then I did all the design, strategy, and implementation that you're about to see. Our goals were to, at the very bottom there, a foundation of improving the usability. You'll see when I show the old website, that was the core issue. You couldn't find anything. So first and foremost, we wanted intuitive navigation, easy to maintain, because Joe, he is a busy fella, and we don't want him wasting a bunch of time. There's Joe right there. Hey, Joe. We don't want him having to waste a bunch of time fighting with the website, just be able to easily add content to it. We wanted a modern, clean design, and we want to appeal to new collectors to be able to attract a young audience too. And I think there you go, time for the website demo. So this is going to be a live website demo, which is always a bold career choice. And I'm starting with our new homepage. For comparison, here's our previous homepage. You'll see I kept what was already good about it. It had a great cover image that I think captures the concept of collecting the coins. It had a good color scheme. And we were just getting to where we had a lot of content that we needed to surface, and it was getting too cluttered. So with the new one, we spent a bunch of time on here, tried to make it intuitive, which I guess just means people only get confused occasionally now. But we simplified the top menu, as you'll see. And what I want to do is just walk through the website from top to bottom, show you all the cool features, so that if there's anything you haven't seen yet, you'll be able to see it on here. And then I think at the end we can do Q&A, although feel free to holler out questions too. I don't mind having interactive here. I'll just repeat your question for the people watching this on video. So diving in, first thing you'll see is the color scheme, as I mentioned. We went with a copper color scheme here. We went with a nice, simple top menu to keep it clean and easy to find the things you're looking for. And then for people who are brand new, we wanted to tell them what it is in one sentence: the world's largest club for collectors of early U.S. copper coins, and immediately give them a sense of what we're talking about when we say early U.S. copper coins. You have the half cents, large cents, colonial, and hard times. If somebody's brand new and they're wondering what these are, they can actually click on that. It'll take them right down to a nice section here on the homepage that gives a bit of an introduction here. And if you don't like this text, talk to Mark. He is the one who curated that, so don't blame me. But no, I think it came out great and does a great job of introducing the content. The first thing I wanted to show if somebody's scrolling down is the upcoming conventions. I don't know about you, but I think that's one of the coolest parts of being in the club, especially since the sale is here as well. So I'm always highlighting the very next convention that's coming up and the one that's coming up after that. And you'll see when I show you the conventions page, I also went and started adding all the past conventions. So you'll see that when we show that next. Of course, after seeing when the next convention is, the next most important thing is how to become a new member. Our goal is to have people be able to easily find the website and be able to join, so they can join here. And also, if you know people who are interested but they're not sure, you can tell them there's a free trial membership. I believe it's a 30-day free trial. Is that right, Joe? 90-day, even better. Excellent. So they can come here and sign up for a free trial. They get immediate website access, so they get a real feel for what it's like to be in the club. Moving on, one of our next coolest things that I wanted to highlight is the Pennywise. If you are not a member, you cannot see the most recent issues on the website. It goes up until 2 years ago. And we give people the opportunity to grab a sample issue here. It's from 2023. When they click on View Past Issues, which I'll show you in a moment, they get to see everything up to 2 years ago. We have some nice quotes from the team.
Michael,
Go ahead. Question.
typo in there.
Ooh, where is it?
Up a little bit, please. Okay. We'll read sample issue. We've got latest edition, April 2014.
Oh, thank you very much. You know why that happened? I'm trying to add them backward in history. I added one this morning.
I get that. You know, when you're writing stuff, it's hard. It's hard to miss stuff or say stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, great catch. Fantastic. So yeah, normally that would, and up until about an hour ago, that read April 2026. So thank you. Good catch. And please do throw out anything you see. I already talked about the what we collect explanation, more quotes. We have a bit of history here. This is one of my favorite parts. Somebody was able to give me an actual screenshot of the original ad in Coin World where Herbert Silverman put a line in here that says, "If you collect large cents, please write. We are trying to start a mail club to trade and discuss this series." And that's how this all got started back in 1966. So that's the homepage. Going back to the very top menu, I'm going to just walk you through every item here. As I said, throw out any questions that you have. Starting with the About EAC, I made this a place for us to put some history about it. I lifted that quote from that picture I just showed you, put that at the top. I give a sense of how many members, how many states, et cetera, for somebody who's new and wants to know what the club is about. And then you'll see I'm going through and just giving a bit of history on each item here. We went for a clean design on this, which is partly for ease of use, but partly because we only have so much money. And we're actually really happy with how it came out. We think it's nice and easy to use. That's our About page. Joe, this is brand new news for you, Joe. We added pay dues at the very top, which means the Contact Us shifted underneath About. And here, this is a great place. If you want to send feedback, like you see another typo, or you have somebody who wants to know something about membership, or you're sending somebody who wants to write an article about it, send them here, because this is a great place. They can fill that out. Anything that gets filled out on this form is going to go to me and Joe and our club president, Bob. Moving on to books and resources. As you can imagine, this section was a lot of work to try to be simple and easy to use. We were trying to strike a balance between having it be a serious research website and having it be something that's still easy to use. And I think we accomplished it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on books and resources. This first page is just an overview of what's in books and resources. So I'm going to quickly run through that. Again, we have Pennywise with the sample issue, again with the typo. I will definitely get that fixed. And then we have sale catalogs as well, which I'm going to show the whole page for that. I think you all will love that if you haven't already seen it. We have a list of all the known books, which I'll again show in a second as well. We have the Facebook groups, the Provenance Gallery, which I'll show all of these, but this is just the high level. We have a bunch of links around the web. Our requirement here is that members are the ones that can put a link here. If you are a member and you own one of these websites, then you can send email to Joe, and he will take a look at the link and get it added here. Then on top of that, we have a list of known copper dealers and auction houses. So our goal here is for this to be a nice resource for everybody to be able to come in here and quickly find all the options of websites that are useful. But please, if you have one that's not on here, send it our way. We really want this to be filled out.
Pay to be listed, or
This, for example, if I do Heritage and I click through to this, it goes to Heritage Auctions. Is that what you're asking?
no? But do they pay
Oh, do they pay? I misheard. No. No, this is...
$300?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
Okay. Members.
Does it have to be members for this section too, Joe?
Members put along.
Okay. I was assuming kind of we're just trying to make a whole exhaustive list here. But Joe's the expert. When you send in a link, he'll be the one that decides if it goes there. Great question. Okay, so starting at the top, now it's time for one of my favorite features on the site, the Pennywise section. As a lot of you know, you could get the old Pennywise issues as PDFs on Newman Numismatics, but we thought, why do you have to go all the way over there? Let's have it on our own website as well. So if I click on View Past Issues, I'm not logged in, as you'll see. So when I get here, I see 2024 is the first year. If I log in, you'll see it switched me over to the logged in state because I'd already put in my username and password. Normally it would ask you right then to put that in. Now you can see all the way up to 2026. I currently have it going back to 2014, and I just started adding some more this morning. So our goal is to get this all the way back to, I think, 77 is the first. 67 is the first Pennywise.
Yep.
Awesome. And then as you scroll down, what you'll see is we took a preview of the page. When you click on this, you actually get the entire PDF from top to bottom. Great resource for members. And then we highlighted who had an article written in there. In fact, it looks like there's another typo. I need to add original article contributors to this first one. But that's a way to just kind of call out the folks who got an article published in that one, and also make it quick and easy. If you're trying to look for a specific article, you can quickly scroll through and find them all. If you just keep scrolling, it'll keep loading Pennywises as far back as we have them. So that's very handy. We're excited about that. You can also just jump straight to a year instead of scrolling forever. You can go straight to 2020, for example, and it'll take you right back to those. What you're also about to see is the sale catalogs that took the same layout. Let me go back to Books and Resources, click on Sale Catalogs. Here I did manage to plug in a lot of them. Really happy about that. It goes all the way back to 1977. When I click on that, there's the 1977 sale catalog. What I just realized this morning, in fact, is that one has prices realized because our only copy of this sale catalog that we got, somebody had written in the margins, the prices realized. So that's actually super cool. For a lot of the other ones, I have probably, I want to say a few years back, prices realized is in there. Yep. There you go. All the way back to 2019 is the first one that I don't have it in there. But the goal is to add all of those. So yeah, I'm actually super pumped. I got a hold of every single sale catalog and added that there. We'll do the same thing for the Pennywise. Next up, we have the books section. Wow. So on the books section, one of the coolest things that we have, some of you may not know, is you can actually buy Craig Scholey's book on U.S. minting technology. He very generously gave the club the copyright to it. So now you can buy this book right here online. Takes you to a page, plug in your credit card, includes shipping, and Bob, poor Bob, will receive that order, and he'll pack it up and ship it out to you. You can also buy with a check, which we decided is good. Nothing says classic American coins like being able to still respect the mail system, but that's absolutely an option. We wanted people to be able to send in a check, so we included that. We have the grading guide as well, but I've been hearing that it's hard to get a print copy, and so it's actually really thrilling that we have the PDF here. And we have some ideas for maybe being able to make it so you can get a print copy as well, but that is yet to be decided. Otherwise, though, we have a list of all the books, starting with the oldest one, 1958, our Penny Whimsy, good old classic, and just running through as many as we could find, and including half cents, our price guides, and then, of course, we're on the books section. May as well mention our periodical. Again, so much good work goes into that. So as you can see, that's a great resource for books. Facebook groups is also one of the things I was really proud to get added. I've been hearing from a lot of people that it's tough to get into Copper Notes. And one reason for that, can I demonstrate this? Yeah, if I copy this link and I'm not logged into Facebook, or even if I am, but I'm not a member, this club is considered a secret. This group is a secret group. So it'll look like it doesn't exist at all until you get invited to it. And so what I added as a feature to get invited is if you click Request Invite, that'll actually open up your mail app, and it'll pre-populate a email straight to the Region 8 chair requesting access to Copper Notes. Now, as we just discovered, he's going to have to email you back and say, please add me as a friend. Here's the link. There's a few steps to do it, but at least there's a way now to get invited to that group. Also, we have the Boys in 94. That one is only a private group on Facebook, so you'll be able to click a button there that will let you invite yourself. And then somebody just has to approve you to let you in. And on top of that, we have 4 more excellent Facebook groups here. The large cents group, half cents group, US Copper Coins, and this one with the very long name.
I got 13 questions now.
Yeah, throw out a question. Yes.
Back to the Boys 94.
Absolutely. Let me scroll up a bit.
So
there it is.
When you enter that and you want to enter as a new member, they give you a warning, and I don't understand it, but the warning is that you're not necessarily going to be private. Am I right about that? Do you know anything about that? Or am I talking silly?
I'm trying to think. Facebook does have a lot of little messages like that. If you didn't hear, the question is, when you go to sign up for this group, there's a message there about how it may not be private. I assume it's talking about what things you post, most likely.
What Facebook can do with the information.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, as a general rule, anything you give Facebook, their terms of service say that they have the rights to.
That's what they were saying. They have the rights. That means that what I don't need is more emails. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen with.
I'm glad you mentioned that. He said he doesn't need more emails. There's actually a fantastic thing. Every time I join a group for the first time, the first thing I do is I click this joined drop down, and it says manage notifications. I immediately click that, and I change it from all posts, which is maddening, usually to either friends posts if I do want to see, like when my father posts some content in there, or a lot of times I just say off. Then you'll get no new messages about the group. You'll only see stuff when you go to look at it.
You're a beautiful man.
Glad to help.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
There's hope.
So yeah, we're really happy with the Facebook section there. And again, if you know of any other good Facebook groups, send them our way. We can add them to the list. Next up, we have another exciting resource that is now property of the club. Al Boca spent 20 years, maybe more, building this 1794 largecents.com website. He, is, I think, based around a book he was writing, I think was the original inspiration. So this is actually the cover for his book. But he started listing all the provenance in the bottom right corner, if you click on provenance, of every 1794 coin known, within certain reason. I think he doesn't do poor ones or, super common S32s, but look at how many coins are on here. It's an amazing resource. I've only scrolled about a fifth of the way down the page.
All 69 variety.
All 69 varieties are in there. Yes, exactly. And my father actually had a good suggestion for this site. He wanted me to keep the functionality to be able to just search in the page. So if you come to this and you don't want to have to scroll for 10 years to find your coin, you can actually just hit Control F and type in Sheldon, say 60. It'll take you right down to that section and you'll be able to read through it. Couple points about this. This yellow text means that this coin was originally in the collection of the, quote, fabled Lord St. Oswald, which is really cool. So you'll see that throughout. And if you see blue text like this, that means that the coin is, quote, impounded, which usually means it's in a museum. And Larry Schaefer has been doing a fantastic job of keeping this updated ever since Al contributed this website to the club. One other thing I'll say about this that's super useful is you can search by name. So if I search Trollan, for example, I can immediately see moments in time where my father owned certain coins on here, or still does in the case of this one. So wonderful resource. 1794largesense.com is the URL for that, and we link to it from the book section on the new website. I already talked about links from around the web. There's really nothing to dig into on that. So that covers the entire books and resources sections. Before I continue, any questions on that so far? Okay, feel free to throw them out if you do. Next up, I mentioned when I was looking at the homepage, the convention section. That's one of my favorite sections on here. Not only is it super useful because you try to find info for the convention and get booked and get the bourse layout, get your application in, but also, aside from showing the next one, we've started adding all the old ones. My favorite part about that is if you take any one of these old conventions, like, I don't know, this 2024 one here, we grabbed any file we could find. In this case, we had the bourse application, but for a lot of these, we have the actual schedule/brochure. And some of them, even when Joe was running the virtual conventions, you can find 2020, not 2019, you can find a recording of the entire meeting. So really, any resources we find for the older conventions, we want to just add them here. It'd be nice to be able to go back and especially finding old recordings and so forth, but the old brochures, etc. It's a lot of times a copy of what you saw over in the sale section, but between having Pennywise, sale catalogs, and brochures, I think it's going to give us a great historical resource. Next up, we have the Join EAC section. Again, new members can sign up for a trial. They can pay online. They can send in a check. I did a little bit of a sales pitch here for the benefits of membership. I'd actually like to expand on that a bit, but I wanted to at least get something there to start. And brand new as of today, the pay dues link is right there at the top. Some folks were saying it's hard to find. It was underneath the member section. But now when you click on pay dues, it takes you straight over to our brand new pay dues page. Maybe 6 months or so we've had this. The previous one you'll see was kind of a mess. We were trying to shove it into square, big empty spaces, kind of odd. You're clicking on coins, who knows what's going on. But the new one now, you pick what type of membership you're looking for. And best of all, I assume I'm not the only one, but the idea that I had to renew every year manually was kind of driving me nuts. So we've added a subscribe feature. This right button there on the left-hand side allows you to be able to subscribe. If you click on that and pay once, then in exactly 1 year, it'll just bill your credit card again, and you won't have to do anything. So I'm super excited about that feature as well. Also, on this page is the donation form, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more when I get into the members section, and that's actually the very next section. This is where the meat of the website lives. And the first thing I want to show you is in the top right. There's where I had paid dues, so now it's even easier to find. But in the top right, it says welcome to you, but check this out. When I go to my account as a member, it now shows, your member number. And Joe, you'll be happy to hear Mark very graciously saved me from going through every Pennywise since the start of the club and trying to find everybody's member number. I now have a spreadsheet with them, so we'll be able to add everybody into the database. If you don't see this on there, which was the case with Carol just a few minutes ago, I can go in and add your member number. It just means we haven't added it yet. But for most of you, and certainly hopefully by the next convention, if you want to know your member number, you'll be able to log in and get it. I also have member through, which I know we have had that question a lot. Are my dues paid? When am I paid through, etc.? That shows up right there. If you happen to see a couple years, like 2026 and 2027 listed there next to each other, that just means you've paid for both years. My dream is to get member since. I've yet to see a list of that, but I think it would be super cool to add. And if I can, I'm going to add it in there.
What is that? You say members what?
And Chuck asked, it was member since. You were asking me what I was talking about. Right now I have your member through, meaning you paid through next year. But it would be great, I think, to have it say, for me, they say member since 2024.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
Well, there's one way you might do that. Each issue of Pennywise has candidates membership. And
Hey, there you go.
presumably, you could assume that everybody got a minute.
So yes, great idea. So the idea is that I can actually go to Old Pennywises and go to the member section. New members, right? New member. Oh no, I think it says prospective, doesn't it?
Like not trying to promote them.
Oh.
The candidates.
Yeah, candidates. Candidates. There we go. Wonderful. So I could basically just take this and see that this is the April 2023. I could assign member since to that. That's genius. I love it. Thank you. Wonderful idea. I will definitely do that. So going back to the tour of the member section. So right here at the top, let me zoom in one more notch. I put a very small table of contents. All that does is scroll you down to the relevant section. I'm going to scroll down manually. So here is the very same thing we saw earlier. All the Pennywises, all the sale catalogs, only here you can download the latest copy. On the other one, it was an old copy. Facebook groups is the exact same. But this is the first members only feature, aside from those new Pennywises. We are adding YouTube videos into here. These are playlists that take you right over to YouTube and allow you to go through, in this case, the 2024 convention and just replay.
So these are the
Former videos. Chuck, you had a question? What was it?
I just did that we spur your rights.
Oh, yeah. Our videographer is here.
Yep.
In fact, I was just saying I'd love to have a walkthrough of the Bourse, and this is exactly the type of thing I'm thinking about. So now you have a flavor for what I'm looking for. So that's the media section. We're going to add a bunch of stuff there. This I'm also quite happy with. I created a custom map of the regions. Makes it really quick and easy to figure out where your region is. In my case, I'm in Nevada. I can see that's region 7. And then when I scroll down a bit, I get to see what all states are included, who the chairman is. I can shoot him an email, secretary as well. In some cases, the region chairs have started adding content to it. So Ed, who's here, has been doing a great job of adding Region 3 content. The next meeting, I think this is not the very next meeting, Ed. It's the very last meeting. Is that right?
No, that's it. That's what.
This is the next one? Oh, I see. This date is here because that's when we first added this page for you. So, yeah, 2026. There it is. Wonderful. So, yeah, we just talked about how we'll fix that date thing. But that's in there, Region 1. So anybody else who's a region chair, if you want a place to be able to put your information, next meetings, past minutes, anything that's relevant to your members, let me and Joe know, and we'll get you added with a page. You'll be able to log into the website and edit it yourself. Below that, we have the directory of officers. You can click on any of those to email people, and I guess I'll be back in here soon adding the new officers. Well, this section is the Region 8 newsletter. It says join Region 8. Let me see if that's what I think it is. That's an email to the Region 8 chair to get yourself added to the newsletter. But I bet a lot of people don't know this. Maybe even the Region 8 chair doesn't know this. But I was able to add an automatic list of the last, maybe, I think it's 1 year of newsletters. So if you're ever looking through your email, you can't find one, this list, which takes a bit to load, will actually give you all the recent ones. If you're not on this mailing list, I highly recommend it. We're able to see who is attending this convention and all sorts of good stuff. I believe it's Matt puts out this newsletter often weekly, and it's just got a lot of great content in it. Now you can log into the website and see all the previous ones. Next up, we have the coin gallery. Joe engineered this section, and it's a great way for you to be able to put pictures of your coin gallery up on the internet. If you don't have another way to do it, you can just, there's a link right down here, email Joe, he'll get you set up. It's on Google Photos, and let me open this right up here. Yeah, photos.google, and
Or Apple,
they can do Apple as well?
or Apple, or whatever you're waiting.
Excellent. Yeah, good point. You can kind of put it anywhere you want.
And the holder of the images has control of that. So if they want to change their gallery, you can change it at any time to delete or add to photos.
Yes, Joe makes a good point. If we set you up with a Google Photos or Apple Photos, you'll be able to go in yourself and add or remove photos. You won't have to contact us every time and wait for us to do it. So that's one of the big perks there. Some of the other members have gone so far as to create their own websites as well. So you can see I've started a list of those. Tom Deck has probably one of my favorite setups here. You can scroll through and he's showing which ones he has with a photo of each one. Al Boca, whose website we just looked at, his collection is still listed here as well. And anybody else who wants to add one, this is the place to do it, right underneath our coin gallery section. There's only a few more sections to go here. The Sunshine Committee. This is actually a really nice one. I don't know if a lot of people know about it, but our Sunshine Committee is meant to sort of recognize the life milestones of all the members. So weddings, new babies, major accomplishments, the passing of members, get well soon cards, all of those things. If you are interested at all in contributing to that committee, I have a link here that you can email the contact chair right there. I'm sure he would love to hear from you. I also went ahead and put the bylaws in here. You can download them as a PDF, or you could actually just peruse them right here if you like. I'm trying to see if I added search functionality, but that is not there. So you'll have to open the PDF to search. We have a donate section. As you saw on the, I'm trying to remember which page also has a donate section. It was one of the ones we were just looking at, probably for the conferences. You can donate for the dinner, which I know a lot of people very graciously did. We had an amazing dinner at the convention this year. I heard some people say it was the best one in their memory. You can also just donate straight to the club. You can type in any amount that you like, from as little as $5 to, you'll find this shocking, the website can handle $999,000. So any amount you like, from 5 to $1 million. You could also set it up to be monthly if you'd like to support the club that way. And we've added some legacy giving options as well. You could put the club as a bequest in your will, designated as a beneficiary. There's a lot of great ways to do that. And I know a lot of nonprofits, people do that in order to really make a big contribution after they are gone. So it's a really lovely tool, and that's the entire member section. I don't think I had anything else to cover on it, so I'm just looking at my agenda. No, so that's the tour, and everything worked, which is statistically a miracle. I will definitely open the floor to any questions. I see one there.
Okay, so you're videoing this, and it's going to be available. Where would I look for it?
Great question. It's kind of a, she asked where would she look for the video of this talk. There's a word for that. I think it's called recursion. You'll actually go to the website under the members section, click on Media Center, and on the website itself, you'll find the video about the website.
Okay, like in the convention section, or just independent? It'll take probably a couple of months to get it up because you have to process all the videos and then post them up.
Joe makes a good point. It'll take a couple months to get it processed and then added to the website.
Section for this year's meeting? Like, I click on that playlist, or
Yes. So Yeah, right here in the media center. If you click on view playlist for that year, you'll see it. You did just give me a good idea, though. I actually like that. Maybe under conventions, if we haven't already, we can go ahead and add like 2025. It's already there, conference videos. But I don't recommend that as your primary source. We're kind of just adding stuff to this page. Go to members section and go to the media gallery.
Thanks.
Other questions? All right. I will be here through the end of the convention. I love to help people. If you can't log in, or you have an idea, or you find a bug, congratulations, you'll be part of the testing team. Feel free to grab me, and I'll be glad to sit down with anyone and help. Oh, one more, Joe?
Just for when new members join, they generally want to get immediate access to the website. So what I recommend is that if you sponsor the member and bring a new member in, tell them to start a trial membership immediately, and they'll have immediate access to it for 90 days while their name works through our system. And you're all volunteers, so nothing happens immediately.
Yeah,
Start a trial membership. We're trying to do a link directly to that to join. That would be the best one. But if people, because I'm not there, what's instant gratification. So tell them to start a trial membership.
Yep.
Get it itself.
For anybody who couldn't hear that, Joe highlighted what is currently the biggest challenge with the website. When you join as a new member, you get an email saying you've joined, but then you don't know how to access the website. You haven't received a Pennywise yet. So we have this feature right now. If you go under Join EAC, even if you've already joined, you can still sign up for a trial and you'll get immediate access. We're about to make that more automatic, and I think, Joe, you'll like the solution. But for now, that's the quickest, easiest way. It's the most common question we get.
Next time an email.
Yeah, right. Contact form is very busy with that exact question. So I think that is it. Well, thank you all.